Some cities are buried by time. Others are buried on purpose.
Dr. Lucas Reed spent 10 years trying to prove his father didn't die chasing a legend.
This isn't a myth, it's a map.
Congratulations, Reed. You just found my missing sinkhole.
Episode 1, How Not to Die in a Hole, featuring Dr. Doom and the Water Witch.
A collapsed ritual city, flooded from beneath, buried by its own rivers.
My father called it La Escalera que Llora.
Locals call it cursed.
3 days on site, 1 descent window when the aquifer drops, no satellite rescue under that canopy.
And if the water surges early, we drown.
Same voice, same jungle, new legend. The stairway that cries people away. They flew out hoping to solve a drought and find a ghost.
You know, every hydrologist in the state says this project is insane, right?
My father's last coordinates match your sink.
Remote Chiapas border region, off-grid. Locals say the well fell and cried for 3 nights.
They weren't alone in the story anymore.
My father's last audio said, "The stairs are crying, Luke, like they know we're coming."
If whatever is down there is ripping water from our villages, I don't care about your father.
Dad, you were right!
Pressure's wrong, like the whole thing is breathing.
Day 1, descent into La Escalera que Llora.
No loose ends this time.
Your father didn't die because of bad knots, Lucas.
Tension check. Rope secure, emotions fraying. Trust was their lifeline.
The weeping staircase is breathing, and it's not breathing for us.
The city below still breathed, like it remembered the last people who fell.
We go down, we map, we find the source, then we close it, for good.
No, Lucas. We don't close it for your father's good. No undo button now.
Every step down was a step away from anyone who could save them.
The flow is reversed.
Pressure differential is impossible unless something below is pulling harder than Earth.
The weeping
That wasn't a current.
First movement sighted below. Large mass, no visible outline. We just got watch. Something down there heard them and moved closer.
My dad used to say the water sings to you if you listen long enough.
Yeah, well, your water has pitch problems.
Confession, Cam. We've passed the point where radio dies. From here on, only rock and water get a vote.
They kept talking so they wouldn't have to listen to what the stone was saying.
He was here. He really made it this far.
We traded their rivers for this. Contact. Large body. Below the plaza.
The city wasn't empty. It had grown teeth. It rammed the drone on purpose.
It's territorial.
First direct contact with the thing that drinks the city.
My father didn't turn back here. If that thing is guarding the throat, that's where the damage starts.
Your father chased glory, Lucas. I'm chasing water level.
Lucas.
We just found evidence of the last team that came here.
He made it further than anyone will ever know.
He knew. He knew it was a system.
He writes the aquifer drop started after they diverted the river down here. He wanted to reverse it.
We didn't come to finish a myth. If
we leave now, the villages still dry up, and the thing down there wins twice.
we go down only if we find a way to bleed it off.
Fashion update. We've gone from jungle chic to underwater funeral.
Descent into the weeping city. If you're watching this, we either fixed the water or fed something big.
The surface world fell silent behind them.
The weeping staircase doesn't end at the plaza. It tunneled like a straw into something deeper. We saw only a fraction of its body, and it filled the corridor. We were insects in a throat.
It's circling, like it remembers this place too.
They had broken into a story where the hero was a monster that kept the world from running dry.
They weren't worshiping it, they were feeding it to keep drinking.
They built an entire city on a deal with a monster.
The monster wasn't the curse, it was the cost.
If we survive this, I'm submitting the worst workplace hazard report in history.
Every flood scenario risk.
Every floodgate up there is tuned to dump into this one throat.
When the river changes, the city drinks harder. He made it into the system, and it crushed him trying to fix it.
I'm sorry, Lucas. He died doing my job before I ever knew this place existed.
You tried to keep the deal going. I'm gonna end it on our terms.
We'll reroute the water, not unleash the beast. The villages get their rivers.
This is the stupidest pipe I have ever crawled through.
Welcome to the human hairball blocking the world's creepiest drain. It knows we're in its plumbing.
It's following pressure changes. It feels us in the flow. We are literally in a monster's straw. If it hunts vibrations, then we can send it somewhere else.
We're gonna ghost ourselves out of its sonar.
To survive, they fed the Guardian lies.
This is the brain, where they tune the whole system.
If we jam those, we can stop feeding the beast.
We found the volume knob on a monster's thirst.
If we're wrong, we flood everything.
If we're right, the wells refill.
We're 3 idiots with a wrench, but we're gonna try anyway.
They weren't chosen, they just chose not to run.
It's fused! Centuries of lime!
Crack it a few degrees, just enough to choke flow.
You don't get to die the same way he did!
We already did the Dead Dad arc, man. Stay with us.
Anger kept him from letting go, and love pulled him back.
Levels dropping here. Pressure pushing back toward the upper wells.
First valve, let's turn miracle inside while the Martab. We pissed it off. Flow changes reached it.
It's chasing the pressure drop like a shark on blood.
The Guardian didn't need eyes. It could feel our sabotage in its bones.
Main regulators ahead. If we jam that,
We're racing a continent-sized plumbing tantrum. They ran toward the one valve that could save thousands.
We lock it here, starve the throat, force the rivers back up, end of story.
If you starve it too fast, you'd blow every seam.
we jam it here, not closed. 30% cut.
You call the numbers, I push till my bones crack.
Trust became the only tool they couldn't drop.
Stop! Right there! Right there!
We heard the city groan like an old ship turning.
The Guardian isn't just feeling the change. It's here.
Hey! Over here!
Secondary gates, go, now! If we don't open them, it will blow the upstream.
Sometimes the shot you don't take is the one that lets someone live.
Come on! You want flow? Come take it!
Don't get pinned against the valves, Lucas. Keep it on the outer ring.
Note to self. Secondary gates located at the oh hell no end of the hallway.
He joked because the drop wanted to take his words instead.
Come on, which of you is overflow and which is kill switch?
Share! Spare! Split!
Hydrologist says split good, kill bad.
I'm at...
If it ever comes for you, Luke, don't fight its teeth, fight its thirst!
I'm not dying here like you.
Dear future viewers, this is what happens when you let the cameraman touch the plumbing.
It's working. Head pressure is easing. Will rise, but we need the second gate. Upper world getting a... The structure was never meant to run this lean. If we keep starving it, the whole chamber collapses.
Then we seal the throat and get out before it does. We bring it into the throat tunnel and
Drop the ceiling on its head.
We're talking about self-burial, Lucas.
If the price is a carefully timed rock slide, we at least pick...
Then we sprint up the spiral before the throat closes.
And if somebody doesn't outrun it?
Nobody gets to decide alone who stays if it comes to that deal.
My father died trying to keep this thing fed and the wells alive, and I'm not leaving until the villagers can drink without a monster under their feet.
we're heading back to throat. The ones the Guardian can't ignore. And the only place we might trap it. Those ribs go, the ceiling drops right into its lair.
Weaken them just enough that the next big hit finishes the job.
These will hold until something really slams them.
When we pull, we'll push the crack past critical.
We're installing time-only upgrade.
We give it the biggest, brightest, loudest target right where we want it. We're copying the sound of the city, feeding it, then cutting the buffet. It felt that. Come on, follow the flow.
Velocity increase in the main throat. It's chasing the strike pull.
It's coming up, positions. Wait for maximum impact. Let it hit the ceiling. Now, now! We're yanking the plug on a god.
They turn their fear into leverage, and the city finally let go.
Dress wave traveling up the shaft. If we don't move now, we go with it.
The throat began to close, and their only way out shrank with every falling stone.
Up now, go, go!
If we don't beat the pressure shock, the whole stair will pancake.
The city tried to pull them down with the beast it had kept for centuries. Pressure normalizing, wells will hold. Water finally falling the right way. The city had stopped weeping into its monster. Move! Stair's not done trying to kill us! I am not hauling another reed out of a hole! Climb!
The throat was closing its teeth even as they forced their way out.
Flow at the throat is stabilizing. The wells are gonna live.
Just buried a solution.
Your father did the best he could. You didn't erase him.
History isn't about who was right, it's about who was brave.
The city's done weeping into
That thing, we get out, we tell the story, and we make sure
no one ever feeds it again. Left hand on that crack. Trust the wall, not the step.
For a city girl,
You climb like a goat.
If this thing decides to shut again, we're getting turned into grout.
The stress wave opened it. Pressure is equalizing both sides now.
Actual air, actual stars.
We just crawled out of a monster's throat!
And somehow we went 5 times since they fell. Stay closed and stay forgotten.
You can drink what's left down there. We're taking the rest back.
We won't mark this spot on any map. When we left, the wells were dying, and when we came back, the ground sounded different.
I'm out of the dark, and you did it, Dad. We did it without feeding it.
For once, the data looks like hope.
No one here will ever see the monster that used to drink their rivers.
For the man who told the river it could come home.
We didn't do it alone.
Gratitude felt like a weight too, because they could never tell the whole story.
If we publish everything, someone will go back down there.
If we don't publish, this becomes legend again.
What if we tell the story of the system, not the spot?
Mom, it's me. I found where he stopped. No, I didn't bring him home.
He couldn't bring his father back, but he could tell the story differently this time.
We'll send help, engineers, grants, not tourists.
We're leaving the jungle greener than we found it.
Above the clouds, the weight of what to show and what to hide pressed heavier than the cabin air.
And climb back up, because we had to.
We neutralized the threat to the aquifer.
With respect, Dr. Reed, you can't just redact a discovery of this magnitude.
The monster they'd buried had shareholders.
We will not be sharing the exact field site coordinates.
But this could be monetized.
If your first thought is ROI, you're in the wrong session.
She's turning a tomb raid into a design manual.
We almost died for this story, and they just want the map.
We're not giving you coordinates. We're giving you a warning.
If we release this, my department's gonna lose half its donors.
If we don't, some company will discover a different throat.
I don't post a frame unless you both agree.
They could not unsee what they'd found.
A reminder that every miracle of water has a cost we don't always see.
We can't keep treating rivers like bottomless cups.
Come on, giant guardian monsters, buried cities. How much did you exaggerate for drama?
If anything, we toned it down.
This NDA and addendum will clarify that no proprietary sites were involved. We're not signing anything that implies we invented the danger.
The tomb wasn't the last place we had to say no.
I'm trying not to burn every bridge my father spent his life building.
Your father didn't climb down there to impress donors.
Every miracle of water has a cost we don't always see.
We gave you a mirror instead.
Their story slipped into places no expedition grant could reach.
They'd gone looking for a single cursed city and found themselves rewriting how the world thought about water.
You were right about the math, wrong about the cost.
We closed it, Dad.
Couldn't change the way it ended for his father.
Braid. Multiple small throats, no monsters. If one fails, the others keep people alive. She took the lessons carved in...
I told you I wouldn't give you coordinates, and I meant it. This series isn't about hunting monsters. It's about hunting blind spots, the dams that cracked.
There's a rumor of an endless sinkhole here.
We walk if anyone says resource extraction.
If you live by a river, you live on top of a story. The only question is whether you're writing a curse or a promise.
Our analysts confirm resonance consistent with the Reed-Ortiz model.
The throat they'd closed had taught them.
Your paper says distributed basins. Our board wants proof we can scale a throat safely.
The Reed-Ortiz data said the opposite.
The monster was gone, but its blueprints had escaped.
They turned a tomb into a brochure.
They're calling it a controlled throat. Hydrocore wants to prove they can do what the city did without the monster.
You can't control a single-point reservoir and...
You've already hit a hollow. See this echo? It's not a simple basin, it's a stacked void system.
Head office only saw capacity. I saw your paper.
You're already below the natural perch
If you keep going with this diameter, any void you hit will drink the entire column.
We're riding into a man-made throat before it learns how to swallow.
This isn't just seepage, it's a feed vein.
Static head is too stable.
Hydrocore calls this an ideal staging cavity on the continuing full-diameter drilling risks catastrophic collapse.
We need a 72-hour pause.
Your caution sounds like fear of being wrong.
Micro vibrations are off the charts. Something is pulsing behind this wall.
We hit it! We hit the void!
Get back!
They had come to stop a man-made monster. What they found was that the rock itself still remembered how to open its own.
Up the rungs, now!
Pressure spike off the charts! This isn't a leak, it's a release!
We just punched a hole into something that was holding its breath.
That's a lymphincter bed. They evolved a...
If that column reaches surface intact, it'll bring the whole swarm with it.
No!
Control, Ortiz. Kill the bleed.
Shut the bore, dump ballast, vent upstream, or that void will punch through your rigs like tissue.
You're reading this right.
This is the part where you listen or you lose everything above this plateau. Our risk models. You're getting our answer. Shut it down.
We can't just cap it. You'll turn this entire column into a loaded gun. We need to choke it below the fracture.
We drill small, shallow bleed wells.
We rig, we run, we pour. If it goes wrong at the fracture, we cut the line and pull whoever's left.
We're not offering anyone to this thing, Lucas. This isn't a city of priests.
We break the casing inward here, here, and here. Lines are primed. Density's high enough to sink through their layer.
Back to the cage, go!
You don't get to keep them, find your own priesthood!
Flood it now! Ow!
Stay buried. 3, 2, 1!
We were sealing our second throat, this time built by people who should have known better.
The new throat spat them out along with the last of its hunger, and then began to choke on the stone.
Surface deformation localized. She's taking the hit where we forced it.
Subsidence radius is within our worst case.
We didn't stop the ground from moving.
This is your proof of concept, a dead bore and sealed void.
Your controlled throat tried to drag a biome to the surface. My report will state this design is inherently unstable.
Today's controlled test has yielded invaluable data on subsurface capacity and safety.
They're gonna bury the near collapse under buzzwords.
Not if the data leaks first.
We close 2 throats now. One carved by desperation, one carved by greed.
And how many more are out there between those two?
I came in ready to treat you like just another hydrocore mouthpiece.
They left the desert not with samples, but with scars and files. 2 things that, together, could change more than any treasure ever would.
The ethical limits of extreme aquifer penetration.
The monsters they'd met never stood trial, but the people who tried to rebuild their cages did, to fewer throats.
And more rivers.
Their line in the sand wasn't drawn in stone, but in what they refused to build.
Okay. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is fill a hole and walk away.
All right, Bryant. We don't need to dig deeper to feel safer. We need to stop building throats we can't close.
Dr. Reed, I need you to look at something. Someone in my city read your work and tried to improve our old cisterns.
We rejected it, but parts of the plan were implemented without permits.
Sea level's rising, and you're punching a throat into fill.
You don't owe the world every hole it digs, Lucas.
Yeah, but this time they dug it because of us, because of what we put out there.
In some cities, the monster isn't a thing in the dark, it's the water slowly walking upstairs.
The ground's been shrugging under our feet, small at first.
They built a semi-throat by accident.
This time, the tomb had staircases made of tenements and markets.
This was a colonial cistern. The contractor proposed modernizing it with a deeper central sump.
That's a focused resonance.
Walls buzzing during storm. The vault shaped it, like a throat.
The city below was humming.
That's not a rat!
Urban biome, evolved around constant flush.
Feeding on what people throw away.
If a major storm hits at high tide, this whole network will overfill.
You'll get geysers of black water in streets.
This is not modernization. It's a centralized failure point under our oldest homes.
We've seen this pattern twice. We've lived with floods for generations.
How many floods like this have you seen?
Every year worse, the drains roar now when it rains like they're angry.
He's right. It sounds like a throat clearing.
This is your proto-throat. We have to blunt its pull.
We partially block the sump intake.
We'll need crews in the streets, rewriting a city's reflexes. Blue means open when the siren sounds.
You spin this all the way! We can teach our city to breathe differently.
They were knocking on every door above it.
This is our worst case.
Valve teams to positions now. We don't wait for the sirens.
The storm had other plans. The sky refused to wait.
This gallery becomes relief, Kay. You give us somewhere to go.
Gate engaged. Amara, confirmed street flow.
Section B holding. Keep those blue covers open.
Side galleries at 80%.
Sag tank per sag, we're buying time, but the central throat boomed too hard.
The square's about to become a mouth.
Overload the side gates. Starve the center.
Clear the plaza, now! Not this time.
We crack this spine. We drop its suction forever.
Amara, confirm bypass routes.
We bought them inconvenience instead of catastrophe.
She learned to breathe sideways. Just another storm.
This shows our city's resilience. What about claims that unauthorized modifications nearly caused a catastrophic collapse?
It got this high, and then it went away sideways. Drains roared like lions, but my floor stayed where it was.
Sideways is the new miracle.
What happens if we only use this? If you give it many soft places to rest, it can calm down.
How do you tell the third throat story?
Eat first, warn world later.
He'd been the lens between darkness and daylight for so long.
Every throat they'd sealed had cost someone a job, a reputation, a quiet life.
You're on the news again. Something about drains this time.
Better drains than dead cities. He had once measured his worth in meters descended.
We are not here to scare you with monsters. We're here to show you what happens when you design for maximum control. We're not the ones drilling holes.
No, but we're the ones who keep answering the call when the holes start to hum.
They had escaped 3 throats, but not yet the feeling that they woke.
Just for the record, I like water better like this. Boring, predictable, and only up to my ankles.
We used to think we were the only ones who knew what a throat looked like.
Karst Island sinkhole, deep resonance event, uncharted void.
Nobody's drilling there. This is natural.
This time, they followed a song older than maps.
I've mapped reefs from here to Fiji. Nothing hums like this rock.
The first mouth doesn't like being watched.
It's not just tidal. It's breathing with something deeper. The column goes down further than my equipment can trace.
There's an upwelling. Something's pushing back from below.
The first mouth has a throat. That is where you will feel its anger.
This isn't just myth. Someone studied this pattern long enough to make a language out of it.
Looks like they tried to pray the hydraulics away.
They lowered offerings, or people, from here.
We go down on a single line, no touching the walls.
We had descended stone stairs that whispered, shafts that roared, drains that hummed. This was all 3 at once. Long before we built concrete throats and steel shafts, someone here figured out that the only way to live beside a mouth like this.
They had met monsters born from stone and from human greed. This one was born from the weight of oceans and time.
We finally understood there's a third option. Draw a line on the map and write, in every language.
It's got its own ring, its own teeth.
Everything we know screams, do not integrate this into any system. We put this place behind glass.
We don't optimize the first mouth.
They could not fix the oldest mouth on Earth. Benji.
He is Martha.
He is asking you to declare the mouth a sacred marine reserve.
No drilling, no tourist platforms.
Because nobody told them no.
Feels like we're one bad decision away from being the new priesthood, just with laptops.
That's not a fishing boat. Chartered by Blue Core Ocean Kinetics.
So HydroCore's cousins found a new toy.
Turn this ship around.
That's a resonant column that'll tear your rigs apart.
Our simulations show manageable turbulence.
We debated showing you this at all.
Your turbines won't just harvest clean energy.
The ancient builders tried to blunt this thing's pull. They had turned their cameras toward the dark again.
That's not just weather, that's a resonance kick from below.
The first mouth didn't care about contracts. It just reminded all of us what a real uncontrolled event looks like.
You just signed away a fortune in theoretical megawatts.
Our insurers signed it for us.
When you first came, I saw another young man who thought he had to climb into every hole to prove he was brave.
That used to be the job description.
For the first time since they'd started chasing throats, the horizon looked less like an invitation.
We can't keep the emergency response. We need something like an institute.
Curriculum, not crusades. Teach them sponge thinking.
Throat Watch is the app. The umbrella needs a better name.
It smells like chalk, coffee, and bad decisions.
We are absolutely keeping that as a cautionary relic.
You want to call it what? The Ground Line Institute?
We keep people above the line where things cave in.
And we flag places like the First Mouth as...
We're one small, underfunded lab in a world full of companies.
Yeah, but we're also the only ones with scars.
We're not turning trauma into a reality show.
You want B-roll? Fine. We're not giving you shots of people almost dying.
They can feel the danger by seeing...
We expected pressure. We didn't expect it to sound like a heartbeat.
I was there too. Your voice saved more people than our ropes.
We need rules for us, not just for cities.
No more jobs where the whole business model is pretending we can fix something that should never...
We're not here to make you heroes. We're here to make sure your cities never need one of us dangling on a rope.
We didn't stop the world from wanting to dig. It still does. We just gave a few more people the words to say.
See how everything dumps into this one little throat? That's why the road above keeps collapsing. So we build mini sponges upstream.
Exactly, we're here to retire this guy.
So our job is to be slightly boring?
If one day you present a drainage plan so unsexy, that's you winning.
This one's just a badly maintained culvert. This one's a real red flag.
The consultant wants to cut straight through this ridge to a stabilized lake level.
You're about to build a glacier throat. If it ever fails, it'll fail catastrophically.
You keep running toward the places we used to run away from. Because nobody listened when you said the drain sounded wrong.
Every engineer in the Institute had their own watermark on a wall somewhere.
My brother, he fell into a maintenance shaft during the big flood years ago.
They call it a tragic accident. I'm so sorry.
Of course! They want to slap their logo on our work.
Can they actually shut us down?
They can make our lives expensive. The monster was a line in a contract.
We can't be the only line of defense anymore.
Then why did we start this at all?
Because somebody has to.
Guilt could flood faster than any river if they let it. So we're not abandoning anyone.
We're just betting that good ideas can travel faster than we can.
To being turned into 6. If we did our jobs right, most people will never know our names. They'll just live in cities where the ground doesn't surprise them as often.
Right.
That can't be. Who in their right mind puts an entire delta behind one gate?
International Expo Canal for the tourists.
They call it the Megaflow Gate, one master throttle.
If that gate fails shut, the water has nowhere to go.
We had taught Layla to see throats and culverts. So they're building a once-in-a-century throat in a world that keeps inventing new centuries.
Can we kill it with data?
Data alone won't. Data alone won't.
This whole place is already living in a throat built by gravity and monsoon.
They already built their own sponges, and it's beautiful in the most horrifying way.
Every line of that thing screams control.
They built it like a monument.
It's not just infrastructure, it's a symbol of our ability to live with water on our terms.
Symbols don't get wet. People do.
You could distribute this risk.
Are you asking us to abandon a project already half built?
I'm asking you not to finish the monster you've already started.
I've seen that color water before.
Any system that can fail all at once will eventually be asked to.
I know what it feels to love something that almost killed people.
They hired me to save this city, and I built a guillotine.
Yes, right there. Cheap land now, priceless later.
For the first time, a monster was redesigned before it ever had the chance to learn how to roar.
Here we go, the 200-year test, 10 years early.
We're seeing distributed load, no single spike.
Come on, hold. We'd spent years filming failures.
Zone 3 is taking load!
Congratulations, you've successfully built a very expensive mud puddle.
Yeah, and it's the most beautiful mud puddle in the country.
Debris load, debris load. One of the old upstream bridges just dumped half a forest at us.
Open spill garden valves to max, pre-release from upstream.
Look, no sirens from the lower wards, no helicopter rescues. This is what a good clickbait thumbnail never looks like.
Some victories arrive as headlines.
This is what I wanted for my own street.
You got it for 4 million others instead.
They were steaming these all night. RS the city.
Harrison, the Megaflow system held.
And it held because we listened.
We turned it into a compromise.
When I was a kid, I built dams and streams and loved watching the water obey.
I spent my life chasing that feeling on a larger scale.
So if you think of the old gate as a giant straw. What did we say about straws?
Right, no straw, any cups.
The left one will get more views.
The right one might get fewer clicks, but more zoning law changes.
Tell with the algorithm.
4 dots on a board, and 1,000 we'll never hear about.
We used to think our story was about the biggest monsters we'd face.
Lucas? They want me to help decide if my father's dam gets condemned. We'd spent years chasing strangers' throats.
You don't have to be the one to do this.
We can keep the cameras off, you know? This doesn't have to be content. If this thing is a throat, people need to hear it from his son.
He had sealed strangers' throats with epoxy and prayer.
She's tired, Lucas.
My dad used to call her the backbone of the valley.
Your father died believing this dam was the best thing he ever did.
And now they're calling it high risk.
Ma'am, your husband...
This relief tunnel is acting like an unplanned throat.
We've been babysitting that seep for decades. It's a single point of failure, isn't it?
Every dam has a secret.
This dam is our power, our jobs, our lake.
I want to make sure 12,000 people downstream don't wake up one night under 20 meters of water.
We're saying either you and...
Hey.
Every time we close a throat, I feel like I'm making up for this place, for him.
Your father built this with the best numbers he had.
Your father spent his whole life convincing this town they were safe because of this dam.
You're asking me to tell them that was wrong.
No.
The storms are bigger now, and the math has changed.
We'd asked a lot of audiences over the years.
We adopt the phased plan.
No more pretending this thing lasts forever.
It didn't feel like a victory. There were no monsters.
We're here to decide how we meet them.
These are future sponge zones.
What happens to my pasture in those green blobs?
There, thank you. We're giving your patch job a spine.
More outlets, less pressure. Think sponge, not straw.
We weren't just sealing a throat.
My granddad drained this swamp. You want me to flood it again?
Your granddad did what he had to with the rain he knew. We're asking you to help your grandkids.
Fine, make that your line. The tree stays on the dry side. Deal.
On the spreadsheets, it would show up as a minor boundary adjustment. So this isn't you destroying his legacy, it's you finishing a thought he never got to build.
Legally, this is smart. Phased retirement reuses backlash.
Our floodwall city could use your sycamore rule.
When you start pulling concrete, call me.
If monsters are made from 1,000 small greed decisions, maybe safety can be made from 1,000 small generous ones.
He'd hate that sign, but he'd secretly be proud of you.
We didn't erase the dam from history, we just stopped letting it be the only sentence.
When did you first realize your dad's dam might be a throat?
The first time I heard water in a different valley sound like it wanted out, and I realized Cedar Ridge made the same noise if you knew what to listen for.
Cedar Ridge won't come down tomorrow or next year. It'll fade the way good ideas should, slowly.
How does it feel, officially filing a recommendation that slowly kills your inheritance?
Like signing a DNR.
Local team in place, they've already watched the Plateau series twice, requesting template for graduated spill terraces.
We don't have to be the ones on the rope this time.
Give them the sycamore rule too.
Joel.
We used to measure success by how far underground we got. Today, it's how many name tags we didn't misspell.
If you're here because there's a wall upstream of your home,
Or a mega project brochure on your mayor's desk, you're in.
That's one throat you've retired without ever digging a hole.
We convinced our mayor to cancel a mega pier and instead upgrade 5.
I'd spent a career sneaking vegetables into monster stories. Tonight, somehow, the vegetables got their own applause.
My little brother, he's obsessed with disaster clips online. How do I get him to care about this stuff?
You can't compete with a collapsing bridge. Don't try.
We always said we wanted to make ourselves unnecessary.
Exactly. Then maybe we stop treating every red dot like a personal summons.
Article 3.
The purpose of Riverline and its partners is to make themselves obsolete.
No major new...
10 years ago, we'd already be Googling caves and packing flares.
Copy them the mouth protocol, Nadia's legal brief.
For the first time, we chose not to chase the next horror teaser.
They didn't say don't go. They said don't be stupid about going.
Look, pressure thresholds, emergency comms, exit for... It's like being inside the drilling rig.
Okay, now pause and tell me every exit you can see.
Good. If this doesn't scare you, I don't want you designing.
We stole shamelessly from your Port City friends.
That corner used to turn into a lake.
Mama says if the rain gets bad, we go to the community center roof.
We finally stopped chasing every hole, old man.
Yeah.
You were right. The hardest step is knowing when to not.
Cooling labs, man. We love your throats brand. We can punch up the
I'm
danger.
not our homework into a haunted house ride. For once, walking away from a big check felt like...
I'm revoking your sponge privileges.
Relax, chef.
Remember freeze-dried dinner? By ankles, remember.
We never went to half these places. The footage did.
A decade ago, the idea of naming monsters in feral...
Their upstream basins are filling on schedule.
That's the least cinematic thing I've ever filmed.
Okay, this is the part where something would usually break.
Plans. It'll be our new icon. Think photos, tourism.
This design violates 3 principles we signed on to last year.
What's the first thing you check before you get excited about the view? Anchors and redundancies.
Exactly. We used to think the only real rope was the one dangling into a dark hole.
You know what still scares me?
Hydraulic jumps?
Waking up at 50 and realizing I turned into the kind of engineer who says,
Every monster has an establishing shot. This one finally got a closing one. The land remembered the hole, but it had other things growing on top of the memory now. You see it?
Little throats everywhere.
And look, redundancy!
Once you start seeing them, you can't stop.
May most of you never need remastering.
In the end, all their monsters fit on a single set of shelves, but the point was never to add more.
When I was a kid, storms meant buckets in the living room and my mom whispering numbers to the Virgin.
She had built a career out of arguing with gravity.
I'm following the lady with the braids. She knows where the mud is. They gave me a cape? Why do I have a cape?
The legends were already mutating in this version.
They're meant to wait quietly on shelves and... Okay, imagine the sirens just went off.
Team A to the south gate.
Once upon a time, they would have been in the middle of this, barking orders.
We started in places that looked like myths. Tombs and cliffs, cities under cities.
Nobody in this room will ever have their name on a megagate, and that's a good thing. The world did not wake up one...
If I fight it, I'll be fighting my own mentors.
You don't have to fight them, you just have to give them better options to fall in love with.
The most powerful thing he had left to give was his patience above it. If I were water, this is the first date I'd ask for.
You've ruined my walk. I'm going to see throats everywhere now.
Good, my work here is done.
This gets the views, this gets the zoning changes.
But if nobody clicks?
The right someone will.
To monsters retired early and walls turned sideways.
And to all the projects we never had to visit.
I love this river. For years, it had been an adversary, a puzzle, a looming threat.
What happens if we put too many sticks in one place?
The water gets mad.
We were idiots, beautiful, lucky idiots. I don't want my students to do what we did, but I do want them to feel what we felt.
Where's my rancor?
If you're seeing this because your town is arguing about a wall,
Consider this permission to be the annoying person in the room.
We like to believe monsters live in dark corners, where we can point a flashlight and say, there.
The story doesn't end when the credits roll. It ends, or refuses to, every time someone decides to treat a shiny...
There are no chosen heroes in this work. Only neighbors who love their streets enough to be annoying on their behalf.
Okay, team, remember, we're here to map, not to star in a doc.
If anything feels too much like the first act of a horror movie...
Language is a kind of river, too. Let the best ideas flood as many valleys as they can.
We can simplify this. Our elders over-engineered everything. Fine, but we're not doing mega gates, okay?
Remember, water likes choices.